Hello and welcome to the Awesome 180 channel. I am Ashton Doctor, your habit coach, and today we're going to be talking about my keto journey. Keto is ketogenic food or a ketogenic diet, and this happened at the end of the Diwali season. So at the end of Diwali, I had binged on every single sweet known to man. I had tried everything. I had whatever non-sugary thing or whatever cheat meal had been pending throughout the rest of the year. I had it during my Diwali, and I came out feeling miserable. I was feeling bloated. I was feeling horrible. My skin had turned dull, and I was feeling like I needed to make a change. At this point of time, I had a conversation with Chandni, who owns this fantastic company called Ketolicious Meals, and she said, "Why don't you do the ketogenic diet for 21 days?" So I was like, "That's a fantastic idea. Let me try it out." And she was so supportive. She sent me a few meals every single day to try out and get me into this whole ketogenic state. Now, for those of you who don't know what ketosis is or what the ketogenic diet is, the whole idea is that you completely remove what are called your fast carbohydrates. So these would be sugars, grains, your fruit juices, fruits, anything that basically is sweet or turns into blood sugar very quickly in your body. The kind of carbohydrates that are allowed are vegetables. So it involved a lot of vegetables. The second thing is that it is a high fat diet. So you have lots of coconut oil, you have lots of ghee, lots of cheese, all things that are high in fat. And finally, you have a moderate amount of protein. What this does is that this moves your body from a state of being dominantly run by carbohydrates or sugar to a state of being run by ketones, which are derivatives of fat. So the fat in your body is breaking down and forming these ketones which act as energy for your body to fuel itself. Now, most of us have only been in a state of ketosis once in our life, which was when we were children. Then as soon as we got weaned off breast milk and we started having baby formulas and everything else, we got back into the state of being carb dominant. So the beauty of doing ketosis for a few days, a month maybe, is to teach your body to switch between using carbs sometimes and using fat sometimes. So that is the general idea behind why I wanted to do this 21-day keto program. But what happened interestingly was that I ended up loving it so much that I ended up doing it for 2 months. And this is the beauty of this diet. It feels fantastic when you start off. It sounds completely strange, especially when you Google ketogenic diet, you just see people eating sticks of butter and thinking about all the bacon that they can eat, but that's not what it is. We're talking about a good quality, clean ketogenic diet, one that consists of a lot of vegetables, fat on top, and a moderate amount of protein. So these are 4 things that I felt and realized during this ketogenic journey. The first is that when you're doing this keto diet, all your sugary treats are out. That means no bread, no chocolates, no sweets, no fruit juices, no drinks, nothing. And as a result, you think you're going to feel deprived. But after day 4 or day 5, all the cravings just suddenly disappear. Like my parents are probably having bread on the dining table and I don't even feel like taking a bite of it. So it's interesting how quickly these cravings can disappear when you switch from just burning carbs to burning fat. The second interesting thing that happens when you're doing this ketogenic journey is that you suddenly realize how much inflammation you're carrying in your body. Your body suddenly shrinks, and this is not fat being lost, but this is water weight being lost. Because carbohydrates, the second word hydrates, means that these contain a lot of water. So as it is, you would lose about 2 kilos just from the water weight when you start this ketogenic journey. So understanding just how bloated you are feeling, podgy, not feeling active and lean, that changes when you start this ketogenic journey. The third interesting thing was the way my gut and my stomach behaved. We normally think that because you are only having fat, you're going to not be able to go to the loo or you're going to have gut problems. But actually, because you're not having sugar, because you're not having grains, your gut gets time to heal itself. And the fat actually helps in healing the gut lining. That is why bone broth is something that is had so often on these diets. So the third thing is that I noticed that my gut changed. It felt more calm. I didn't get any gas. I was not feeling, the rumbly sensations, any stomach aches, nothing. All because we were having clean, good quality food. And the fourth most important thing that I got from this whole ketogenic diet was that it is not about that weight loss. You know, very often we hear people saying, "Arey, he did keto and he lost 10 kilos, he did keto and lost 25 kilos. It is not about that. It is about teaching your body how to use different energy systems, because ketosis or using ketones is a far cleaner source of energy than using just carbohydrates. It produces less free radicals in your body, so less damage is taking place in your body as you live for those days. So it's important to do this. At the end of this, there's one very important caveat that I want to point out. And it's important to do what is called cyclical keto and not keto for life. So all the big proponents of keto, people who talk about keto, even online, now you will see them talking about something called cycling keto. That means doing it for 21 days or doing it for 3 months, not doing it for 1 month. What this does is this teaches your body to use both carbs and fat. Otherwise, you become too fat dominant as well. And finally, it's not just about fat, right? Some of the tastiest food on the planet is all your carbohydrates. So you do end up missing it and you feel like having it from time to time. So have it during those days, and hence cycling keto makes a lot of sense. I found this entire keto journey very, very useful. If you want to try it out, and if you stay in Mumbai, definitely reach out to Chandni. She is at Ketolicious Meals on Instagram. I want all of you to try it out for sure. I also want you to realize that you don't need to be a non-vegetarian to be able to do keto properly. There are tons of vegetarian keto options, because after all, we're eating good quality vegetables. You know, bhindi with a lot of olive oil, fantastic combination. So you can come up with these fantastic ideas. Remember, all of this and nutrition is an important structure for creating that awesome life of yours. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and share it with your friends and family. Do comment below, tell us if you've tried the ketogenic diet, what was your experience on it, other things that we can learn, what can we tweak about this. I'm Ashton Doctor, your habit coach, and remember, awesome lives, they start with awesome habits.